Hi, hello, and welcome to the Daily Tarot Buffet brought to you by Vertex. My name is Serene Priestess Abossi. I'll be your oracle today. Let's go ahead and move the camera yet again. So I was sent to deliberate the findings for the transiting moon in Taurus, okay? That's going to be from the 27th through the 29th of July, and most places of the world, give or take half a day. So when the moon is transiting the sign of Taurus and we're already in, and the sun is in the sign of Leo, we're having a 10th house event. So that can be work. It could also be popular, like a reputation. It could also be like dealing with authority figures, but it also can be our legacy. Okay. And we have the Two of Wands here with the Three of Cups. Casa de Nare, that's the Ten of Pentacles. Sete de Espadas, that's the Seven of Swords. Okay, Il Morte is here too, but we're going to keep shuffling. So we need to find some truth or strategy about our career, about our legacy, about an authority in our life, because there's some type of executive choice that we have that might have been hidden from us. It can also be that we stole somebody's position, but I'm not getting that. But if we're on the wrong side of things here, that's what I'm getting, that we stole. See, the way that this particular seven in this deck works, I don't think it's that. We need to find the truth out. We need some cunning strategy, tactical strategy here is what I'm getting. Because I'm hearing the word criminal at large. So there was something here, somebody manifested out of our celestial endowment. I'm feeling our spiritual inheritance was manifested by somebody else. Somebody's drawing from our celestial funds. And it's been happening for a while because they've been using our energy, using our signature, using our energetic frequency even to get it. So, during this sun transiting, during this moon transiting the sign of Taurus, we have the moon squaring Pluto, the moon trining Mercury, the moon squaring the sun, well, duh, 10th house, and then the moon sextiling Saturn, the moon squaring Venus, the moon conjunct Uranus, and the moon sextile Neptune. So that is 7 transits in a 2.5 day period. So in the course of 60 hours, the moon interacts with 7 different planets. And that's one of the few signs that can do that. The moon and Mercury can do that because they move so quickly through in the sky. So one day it might square, the next day the same energy, not the next day, but within a week, the same energy, the moon will square it one day, sextile it the next day. You hear what I'm saying? So something was supposed to be hidden here. And it was that there was a theft. But we bossed up, G'd up, leveled up, handled up. We actually got that strength, courage, and wisdom. And our vibration kept increasing. So we might have came on the scene as weak, but we kept leveling up, and that wasn't anticipated. They were not ready for that. So it starts out with the moon squaring Pluto. So there's going to be adversarial energy from a power struggle. With the 7 of Swords here and the Strength card, we had to get to some truth because there was an energetic projection and somebody was using our signature, whether it was our physical John Hancock, whether it was our energetic signature spiritually. And there's a pair of twos here. So it's somebody that we were associated with, somebody that we had a connection to, somebody that we were in a community with, we were connected to in terms of a network. It could have been a professional network, a social network. We could even share, I'm hearing sharing paternity, but any type of blood. We could be sharing some kind of lineage with them as well if it's not from the same blood family. We could have both kind of graduated from the same class, whether it was a college class, the police academy, even the same orientation at work, you know? Maybe we moved into the same apartment building during the same month. One person moved in October 1st, another person moved in October 20. It could be anything of that kind of nature. We're from the same, we have the same origin story. Even if we originated at different time periods, somebody has taken our energy and manifested out of it, or something that was for us is ripe for maturity, but somebody's trying to take ownership of it. Because later on, the moon trines Mercury, so we're given insight into something. We get this know-how, so that's what the Seven of Swords is talking about, because there's a very coveted, favorable spot. There's a lot of favor here, Nine of Cups, Star card. And somebody took it and they left us embattled in some kind of way. They left us burdened with this Ten of Wands. But Nine of Cups, the Star card. So that's, it's like an answered prayer. It's fulfillment. It's also being chosen. It's also being exalted, being esteemed. The Nine of Cups and the Star card is the same energy, and it's very favorable. So faith, hope, optimism, bigger, brighter, and better, life, past, spirit, karma, destiny, guided by faith, not by sight, being highly favored, chosen, anointed, having made it. Somebody made a name for themselves or made a way for themselves out of something that belonged to us. And that's going to be shifting because the moon is squaring the sun. So something that they didn't account for is going to pop. And that's karmic justice, actually. Seven of Swords with the, unfortunately, karma is going to get that ass, excuse my language. Because we need protection and the universe is going to provide it for us with this Page of Wands. Unless the Page of Wands is feeling burdened, but this is in the future. Because this Queen is needing divine love and is needing divine intervention, and that's in the now. Because this other person has been lying, thinking that, or having other people think that they're right for our position, when really we're the thing that was trained, made, and prepared for that position. We're the golden goose, they're just taking the credit. And that's the thing that's coming out. That's the truth that's about to emerge. Unfortunately, that's going to be the adverse findings. Because the moon is also sextiling Saturn. So karma is going to give us a leg up. Sextile means a gift, an opportunity. And then the moon squaring Venus means that our intuition is combating our feelings. Something is making us feel a little bit uneasy. And here we go. Love and hate. This is Venus in Aquarius. So we were blocked in some kind of way, and we need to put some boundaries and standards down, or we need to hold something down that belongs to us. And it was a root. Somebody had to plan a strategy. They planted seeds for this outcome to happen. So really, we need to take something back or take advantage of something. We have a 7 here. That's an alert. There's a warning here. Some trigger alarm has gone off. Yeah, because Page of Swords, honestly, we have a spy or a thief in our spot. Somebody took our position. With the Emperor in the 10th house, somebody took our spot. and they've been in it for a while and they have an energetic support with it. So there's probably some type of root, some type of spell. They've had us on an altar for a while. With the 777, they've had us on an altar for a while. They've had our name in their mouth. They're probably spitting venom on our name. You know, I even heard Irish moss or Spanish moss and cemetery dirt. So, and then there you go with the death card. Yeah, and I'm getting that Beyonce song, Destiny Child song. Say my name, say my name. You're acting kind of shady. You're calling me baby. All of a sudden change. Say my name, say my name. You ain't calling me baby. You better say my name. Yeah, yeah. Why the sudden change? Say my name, say my name. Okay, so this is something very coveted. It's pure, it's beloved, and they want this thing that we were born for. And it completely haunted them, depressed them, and made them paranoid that we were going to get it. And we're suffering a loss right now because they've done damage to our name or whatever. But here's the deal. It's a jackpot. It's like the biggest thing in the world to them. And for us, we barely even know about it. I mean, that's the thing, like power belongs to those who don't covet it. And so like that we probably weren't all crazy or weren't all power hungry, weren't all like, oh, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine, I gotta have it, gotta have it. And so they thought, oh, we didn't deserve it because we weren't excited about it. That happens a lot. I see that happen a lot. And yeah, there was some, and this exact position is the position of somebody else. So they did magical interference to get this spot. I hate to say it. Now, it doesn't have to be they, but there's some mystery around it. So they could have been keeping things secret, concealment, something of that nature, or it was ceremony, magic, or ritual. Okay. And the thing is, they're guarding it very carefully too. So this is the Chariot card in this deck. And what it is, they have some kind of energy at the gate guarding this thing that they've done, but it's about to be broken by spiritual. The divine is going to come in and interfere. The universe is not going to let this happen because I don't know what the calling on our life is, but I'm being told it means more to the universe for us to be in that position than for them to be in that position, and that they can't fathom that. They're actually trying to compromise. So I'm also being told that the universe warned them to relinquish, to vacate, to abdicate, to whatever, what have you, renounce or whatever, what have you. And they're trying to compromise with the universe. God told them to go take a switch off the tree. And they're like, oh, well, can it be a little twig? Would you mind punishing me a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, next lifetime? So God's like, no, ho, I'm going to stomp you into oblivion now. I don't know how else to say that. That's a little bit harsh, but that's what I'm getting. Because they're out of bounds. They're really out of bounds. Okay, because they thought they could do a whole lot with this, and they thought we couldn't do anything. We were too sweet, innocent, gullible as far as they're concerned. But that's the thing. When somebody has a really pure heart, that's what God really loves. And people will ignore your skills if they don't see you. See, mean girls get further, but that's a bad girl gets far. That's the thing. Mean girls get further, but a bad girl gets far. So it's fine if we're like kind of wild and nope. They wanted to keep us blind, and they wanted us ensnared in conflict. A tragedy happened, is what I'm being told, and this was promised to us from birth. They don't realize that that spot they're sitting in has our name on it from birth. So you can't take another person's destiny. You can get away with a lot as a witch. I'll be honest, you really can. You really can. Those evil witches can do a whole bunch of mess. But here's the deal where they get tripped up is when they mess with the destiny of others. That will have the universe itself rewrite that. And so whenever, and it might take a while, it might take 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, but when it happens, it ain't gonna be pleasant, it's gonna be ugly. So, but they were told, but they have this arrogant mental attitude. Yeah, so they thought because of the work and the spiritual ceremony and the prayers and all of that they did, that they could sit there and be pretty, but they also felt better because we were in anguish. And see, that's what got them tripped up. That they were able to obstruct and contract and bind us. See, that's what got them tripped up, because that's all coming undone and it's going to ruin them. And they know it. They know destruction's on the way. Poor person, right? Oops. So let's wrap this up here. Because after the moon sextiles Saturn and squares Venus, our feelings are on alert. Then what'll happen is at the end of that same day, the moon will conjunct Uranus. And so that's the breakout, break free energy. Our intuition is literally going to give us the answers, or our soul is going to advocate in the heavens. Yeah. So again, this is the second reading where they get caught up and they're found guilty. And we are the energy that the universe wants. So something gets, they're going to, the universe intervenes here. The universe is going to intervene because somebody energetically doesn't match where they are. They're going to get repelled out of our spot, and they're going to be repelled out of our energy. I actually feel like they're cloaking themselves in our energy, so that it took the universe a while to realize that they weren't supposed to be in our spot. Is what I'm getting. And so they're being repelled out of our energy, and there's nothing they can do about it. They've done a really good job for a long time at hiding, because they're hiding in our own energy, but it's all coming out. La superbia, it all comes out. It's all coming back. It's all coming back to me now. Who is that? Celine? Yeah, and they're barding, baby, baby, baby. If I do this, if I do that, if I touch you like this. Yeah, you can't sweet talk. Yeah. And so, oh, this funny. Because they've been using our energy for a long time, but they're being isolated, sequestered. And they're caught, period, point blank. They're caught. There's nothing they can do. It might not come out to the open yet, but like the universe has plans for them. And it's like, it was so long ago, but it's all coming back to me. It was hard to forget, but it's all coming back to me. So whatever is, it's a restoration here. Something that is returning to us. It's done. Their time, whatever they did, is done. It's done, done, data. I just heard that. Oh my gosh, underhanded dealings. Woo! That's the thing that the universe hates that, okay? Especially when they have power, when they're supposed to, like sacerdote, when they took an oath. But you see, that's what they need. It's like a Ponzi scheme. They always need new victims, new cash, new influx, new resources, new assets. Okay. If I touch you like this. Yeah, so they're underhanded and sneaky in their dealings, and they're not to be trusted. And it was never going to go well for them. But of course, they thought that in the beginning because they were able to mask some things. And they're an adversary, so they're not a good player. This is what they leave behind in their wake. Okay. So they wanted to completely snuff us out. however that looks, whatever that looks like, and it didn't happen. Because the moon finally, at the end of the cycle, after we have the conjunction with Uranus, we're going to have this the sextiling of Neptune. Neptune is the Lord. It's Papa Densu, or I'm hearing Dakatreya, but it's also really it's Olokun. It's Papa Bandiu. It's Lord Narayan. It's God, Odin, Allah, Buddha, Shekinah, Jehovah. Really not the Buddha, but the Buddha is the mind of God. People don't realize it's the purification of one's action. That's what Buddha represents. And funnily enough, God uses the Buddha to communicate with humanity. I don't know why this went into Eastern philosophy, but it was so long ago, but it's all coming back to me. And so this person has done it to other people as well. I just want to say they are a operator. This is their modus operandi. This is how they get down, and they do it in secret. They sneak, they steal people's blessings and abundance that they have coming. This is their racket. But they found a big, big fish, and we were that big fish. And see, they were nasty from the beginning. They came in wanting to do harm. And they've been guarding the gate, but see, here's what they're guarding. They don't realize that it's wrapped. It's all happening behind their back. It's happening behind our back too, but what they did was faithfully destroy themselves. They don't know it. They think that they did a really good job at keeping us out of our own pride, out of our own blessings, but they faithfully destroyed themselves. That's what they did. They were steadfast at it. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah, so they did a really good job at destroying themselves, at effing themselves up. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. What I'm getting here is that somebody stole our spot. And the truth is emerging. Take good care, okay, honey? Bye. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. As always, Riches of Abundance is the galactic temple of ascension, delivering sacred messages from behind the veil. We here at the temple are aware that you have other viewing options. Thank you for making us one of yours. As always, today we deliberated the findings from Vida Stabila Italiana by Los Carabello and the Panther Oracle by Mr. Daishishta. Okay, and we imposed the guidance from Isabella Rotman's This Might Hurt Tarot. My name is Serene Priestess Abossi. If anything I said resonated deeply with you, like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. Take good care. Arrivederci. Buonasera. Ciao. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Das Vidania.